being safe with our loved ones. I grew up in a home that wasn't safe. I've worked with families whose homes weren't safe. I've dedicated my life to creating a safe home. A home where everybody feels safe to be themselves, to talk about whatever they want to talk about. When I was a kid, I couldn't even help myself to food. As a teen, if I was hungry, I couldn't just take an apple from the table. I couldn't even just help myself to a slice of bread. If I did anything, and I mean almost anything, I would be physically beaten. My home was not safe at all. There were times my parents wouldn't even come home for days. They weren't together. My mum worked in town. She wouldn't come home. We lived up in a place called Kakanui, which north of a place called Kopakapa, which again is north of Auckland. And so my mum would drive a long way into town, an hour or more into town. In those days too, it took a while. So she wouldn't always come home. For a few days we wouldn't see her. I have no idea where she stayed, where she was, what she was doing. To this day, I have no idea. I don't think any of us kids did. She just never came home. My stepdad was the same. He worked even further. He worked more in South Auckland. He was off there doing his job. A lot of the time, we're just us kids at home. And now, my sister, she was able to do a lot. She was my mum and stepdad's only child. And so she was allowed to do a lot more than me. But yeah, for me, no. So here I was. They wouldn't come home. I wasn't allowed to eat. So I was sneaking food, as you can imagine. And the home just wasn't safe. So when they turned up, typically they were drunk. There was drugs and alcohol, and they would come home and be angry, very emotional, and start, their dysfunctional relationship would play out in front of us kids, and they would draw us kids into it. It was all a mess. Home was not safe. And of course we had people coming in and out of the home who shouldn't have been coming in and out of the home, interfering with us kids. So I was determined to create a safe home. I wanted to be different from my parents. I didn't want to be abusive. I wanted to be a good parent, a loving parent, and have a good relationship with my children. Now, it's one thing to want that, because, I really wanted that. But there were a lot of steps I had to take to make that a reality. You can want it, but then you have to work at it. Wanting it is one thing. Working at it is another. I had to do years of work to make sure that I was in a safe place. Because because of the trauma, I had this automatic driver in me. This traumatized child was at the wheel, if you like, driving the car of life, and which was not a good thing. I was very emotional, very emotive, and I could fly off the handle very easy. So I had a lot of work to do. I took myself off to anger management. I could tell that I was heading down a dark path, and I needed to do a lot of stuff in order to change that. So therapy, all sorts of things. And I volunteered as part of a anger management course. I always refer to my book, White Moko, because I explain a lot of this, a lot of the growth and changes that I went through in that book. There's another one that came with it too, Mrs. Battleship. In White Moko, though, I'll be talking, you will find in there my experiences with anger management. I was so determined to break the cycle and to make sure I didn't continue these behaviours that I even became a facilitator of anger management. Working with men exactly like my father, exactly like my parents. Don't destroy your life. hurting the ones you love, hurting those that are close to you, is going to destroy your life. It's going to ruin your relationship with your children and with your partner. It will always be something between you. If it's not addressed, if it's not sorted. If things have happened, if things have been done, you will need to take responsibility for them. If you've done them. If you feel you're right at the edge, do what I did. Take yourself to anger management. Do it. Go. There's not always a lot of groups available for women. So if you're in that position, therapy. Get some therapy. Therapy's really good. Just get to some place where you could talk about what's happening for you. If it's hard for you to find anything around you, then I guess you could talk to someone at church if you go to church, minister, or there may be someone in your community that you can confide in. You want this private. I share on here. Look at me. I'm on YouTube. I'm sharing. I'm talking about it because clearly this is my purpose in life. To talk about these things. It always has been. Because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. And if anybody is, then I want to be able to have it out in the open. Too often this stuff is not talked about. And that's what infuriated me as a kid. All the stuff, all the time swept under the carpet. Let's not talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. It's like, my goodness. It's like having this huge big open wound and everybody just keeps putting a plaster on it. And underneath it's festering. You're becoming cancerous. It's killing you. And everybody's like, no, don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. It doesn't help. You got to talk about it. You got to address it. If you're on the edge, get help. If you're hurting your loved ones, get help. You need help. Slow it down for yourself. Take time. Get rid of drinking. Get rid of alcohol and drugs. If you want to be safe, get rid of it. I promise you, you will be safe if you do that. That will really help. Focus on your health, your well-being. Think of your food. Eat healthily. Exercise. These things will help you in creating a safe home. Talk with your partner. Listen to your partner. If they are abusive, again, take yourself to a course, take yourself to therapy, because in doing that, you will be able to look at your relationship and determine where to go to with it. In some cases, it could be separation. In some cases, it may be a lot of healing and a lot of working out of issues together. Depends where you're at. Some families are just in a rocky place. Some issues, but not too big. Where other families, it is full on, it's severe, police are involved. That is going to require a lot more intense work. Get out in nature. Go for walks. You've got to slow it down, you see. You've really got to tap in. If you're unsettled in yourself, if you're feeling anxiety, feeling anxious, if you're feeling giddy, if you've got butterflies coming up in your stomach, and you just notice that you're not comfortable around people. Some people can't even identify that. You're so shut off to what's happening inside of them that they can't even register those feelings, the experiences they're having physically. But there's other ways you can pick up on it. Maybe there's things you don't want to do, or you think to yourself you don't really like. Ask yourself why. What is that about? You could be completely justified in not liking those things. But there could be something else going on. There could be a certain family member you don't want to be around. Why? I'm meaning in the extended family. Or in the immediate family. Why? What is that about? What is going on there? By being able to talk about it, because you really need to talk. Talking is just one aspect though, so don't think I'm all putting it on talking. Talking is just one aspect. But if you start talking, it can enable you to get your thoughts out, get the surface stuff out. Clearing that surface stuff, then you can see what's underneath, what's going on. But if you're talking all the time, that's not going to help. That's not going to shift stuff. So it's far more than talking. Pick up some healthy habits for yourself. Gardening. Get out in the garden if that's what you feel like. Dance if that's what you like. Music. Play it or listen to it. Martial arts was really big for me because martial arts helped me to really contain myself. Not talking about macho stuff. Not talking about this whole idea about defeating others. No. The martial arts that I really liked was it really created a boundary around me. It created a boundary. I started off in a form of Shotokan karate that was mixed with judo. There was no full contact, so you always had to pull your punches back. I learned blocks and kicks and punches and stances, and it really just gave me this personal space. So on the one hand, here I had been abused all my life and physically hurt, so it empowered me to feel good about myself and to know that I can look after myself. But at the same time, it created this boundary that I was not allowed to cross, self-containment. That's what it gave me, self-containment. I became contained physically. This anger, these emotions, they're mine, not for me to dump on you. That's what martial arts gave me. That's the power of martial arts. When we get down to the core of it. Now, a lot of martial arts have gone way beyond that. They're not interested in that. It's about defeating and winning at all costs. So I would encourage you, if you can, for me martial arts was a good vehicle. It might work for you. This is all about being safe with our loved ones. Slow down, do things that look after you, make you feel good about yourself, care for you, self-care, really important. Notice this is all about you. That's where it starts. It's all about with us and how we are. Keep your thoughts in check. Are they positive? Are they negative? How are we thinking about our partner? How are we thinking about our kids? Jealousy is a big one. I was a very jealous young man. I was so insecure in myself that I got jealous. And that's what jealousy, you have to see what jealousy's got nothing to do with your partner. Jealousy is all about you. It's how you feel about you. So sort that out and you're not going to have jealousy issues. If you feel good about yourself, if you feel okay, then jealousy is not going to be an issue for you. So again, do that work on yourself. Keep a journal. There's so many things. On my channel I have created videos where I talk about this stuff and will continue to do so. And if you find it a help, by all means, please keep watching. Like, share and subscribe. Keep in touch with what I'm doing. And again, with everything I talk about, there's such big subjects. I mean, it's just ongoing, isn't it? There's so many other things I could say. I'm always just aware, though, of you investing your time here. So I try to keep them short and sweet. Get to the point. Don't want to hold you here forever. Let's be safe with our loved ones so that we and our families can have a wonderful life.